And if you got my water bottle there. If you have blocks, I'm going to recommend starting laying back with the blocks. But if you don't have them, you can just be flat on your back. And if you know you don't like this, you don't have to do it. Blocks can be low and medium, or if you would like a bigger back bend, you can go medium and high. You probably know if you like that. So just start with the rib cage on the first block, head on the second. You can always drape a blanket over the blocks to make them a little softer, but I kind of like having just the solidness of the blocks underneath me. And then your arms can just spread out to the side. You can play with the legs. They can be bent the soles of the feet to the mat, or maybe it feels good for you to have them straight. Just make sure you feel comfortable and supported. So if you need to kind of move around and wiggle and play with the placement of the blocks, just take the time to do that. Just feel the shoulders drape over the block. The chest and the collarbones just soften and spread. Let the muscles in the face soften. Relax the jaw. Now bring your focus to your breath. Maybe you notice with that block on the back side of the rib cage, the breath really starts to move into the front and the sides of the rib cage. Just letting the breath be smooth and even. And just reach the arms up by the ears, spinning the palms towards one another so the thumbs are facing the floor. Maybe some of your hands will touch the floor, but maybe not. And then just take the arms back down by the sides. If you're laying on props, you can either roll to the side or press yourself straight up, just so you can take the blocks out of the way. And then make your way back onto your back with your legs extended out straight. You just take the arms by the sides to start. Noticing what it feels like to be flat after being elevated if you were elevated. And then reach the arms up by the ears again. This time they can fall to the floor behind you. And then walk the hands to the right long edge of the mat and walk the feet to the right long edge of the mat. So you're making a banana shape, getting that length on the left side of the body. Maybe the left ankle stacks on the right. And maybe the right hand reaches for the left wrist. Just softly giving that left arm a little bit of length. And then just unwind all of that and walk the hands and the feet to the long left edge of the mat. Maybe stacking right ankle on left and maybe reaching left hand for the right wrist. And just unwind all of that. Bring hands and feet back to center. Just hug the knees towards the chest. Just take some movement here. Maybe circling the knees or rocking side to side. And keep the knees bent. Just drop the soles of the feet to the mat, setting up for a bridge here. We'll just take some movement with breath here in the bridge. So inhale, press into the feet, roll up into bridge. And then exhale, roll back down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. And then keep the knees bent, walk the feet wider than the hips. Arms to a T. And then just drop your knees over to the right for a twist. So feet will stay wide unless that doesn't feel good. If it doesn't, you can just stack the left leg on the right leg. And then bring the knees up through center and drop them over to the left. And bring the knees up to center. Just hug them in towards the chest. And then make your way up to seated so you can roll to the side or rock up and down along the length of the spine. And then once you're seated, just take the hands behind you, hop onto the fingertips and spin the palms of the hands towards the body. You can just stay with the neutral spine, or if you want, you can lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, coming into a little back bend, maybe taking the gaze up. And then just walk the hands back, place them on your knees, take some shoulder rolls. And then interlace the fingers behind the back, so you're taking a clasp with the knuckles towards your back. Take your hands over towards the right side of the waist, and then take your right ear to your right shoulder. And bring the head to neutral. Take the hands over to the left, tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. And bring the head to neutral. Just unwind the hands, place them on the knees, take shoulder rolls, maybe the opposite direction of what you did earlier. And then just cross over your shins, come into tabletop. Take some cat-cow here together. Inhale, extend the chest forward, drop the belly. Exhale, press into the hands, round the spine. Inhale, extend the chest forward. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl and round. And come back to a neutral spine. Just drop your forearms down to the mat so the elbows are under the shoulders. We'll take the same thing here. So inhale, lengthen the chest through the upper arms. You probably have less range of motion. And then exhale, press into the forearms and round the spine. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, extend. And exhale, round. And then just come back to a neutral spine. Bring the palms of the hands back to the mat so you're back in tabletop. Take your right arm, reach it up towards the ceiling. And then draw that arm under the body for thread the needle. Maybe extending the left arm forward, the palm flat. And then bring the left hand under the shoulder, press back up into tabletop. Take the left arm, reach it up towards the ceiling. And then draw that arm under the body, taking the second side. And then bring the right hand back under the shoulder, press back into tabletop. And then come into a downward facing dog. And just take some movement in this first down dog. And then after you feel like you've gotten your wiggles out in down dog, just come to a child's pose. So if you need a little more time here, go ahead and take it. Just let the shoulders relax. You've already moved them a lot. Let the neck soften. And then make your way back into down dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Once you get to your forward fold in the front of the mat, just hold there. So maybe you reach for opposite elbows and hang. And then release the hands to the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, right foot back for a lunge, right knee down to the mat. Reach the arms up by the ears. And then take your arms out to a T. Take your right arm over your left arm, give yourself a hug. Or maybe backs of hands together or palms come together for eagle arms. Just holding here, letting the breath be even. On your next inhale, unwind the arms, reach them up by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot straight to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms up by the ears. Exhale, hands bring the foot back forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to arm. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands left foot back, left knee down. Arms up by the ears. Arms to a T. Take your right arm over your left arm, give yourself a hug. Maybe backs of hands together, palms together. On your inhale, unwind the arms, reach them by the ears. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, flip between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, arms by the ears. Exhale, frame the foot, back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands right foot back for a lunge. You have a couple breaths right here, so you can bring blocks under the hands if you want. And then just lengthen your chest forward as you press the right heel back. Keep that line of energy as you twist to the left, take your left arm up. Take one more inhale here in your twist. Exhale, bring that left hand down, step to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip this time. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, flip between the hands for a lunge. Take an inhale here, just lengthen your chest. Exhale, bring your back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, fold right back forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands left foot back for the lunge, holding there. And then lengthen the chest forward as you press your left heel back. Maintain that as you twist to the right. Take your right arm up. Take one more inhale here in your twist. Exhale, right hand comes down, step to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands for a lunge. Inhale, lengthen your chest. Exhale, bring your back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart, close your eyes. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. On your inhale, reach your arms by your ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot back for a lunge. Inhale for crescent, bring your arms up by your ears. Hold your legs here in crescent. I'm just gonna come down so you can see me. And release the fingers so you have a clasp above the head and the pointer fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. And then you can stay upright, you can come into a little back bend, lift the fingertips in the chest, and imagine you can draw a line on the ceiling with your fingers. On your inhale, come upright, release that clasp. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands for a lunge. Inhale for crescent, just for that breath. Exhale, frame the foot, bring your back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, fold right back forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, left foot back for the lunge. Inhale for crescent, arms up by the ears. And then interlace the fingers, pointer fingers up. Maybe the opposite pinky is in front. You can stay upright or lift up, take your gentle back bend. Inhale, come upright, release the clasp. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step to down dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hip. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale for crescent, arms come up. Exhale, hands frame the foot, back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way to standing. Ooh, exhale, hands to heart. I don't know about you, but I am hot. Take the palms of the hands to the low back. Send the fingertips down towards the mat. Let's take a little gentle standing camel pose here. So draw the shoulder blades towards each other, elbows towards each other to spread the collarbones. Maybe that just feels good to stay right there. Or you can lift the center of the chest, take a gentle back bend, maybe take the gaze up. Just come back upright with the torso, reach the arms by the sides for mountain pose. On your inhale, reach the arms up. And on the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Take an inhale here in plank. Exhale, drop your knees, lower all the way down to your belly. Extend your arms by your sides so the fingertips are spinning towards the back of the mat, palms spinning down. Keep the palms of the hands and the tops of the feet pressing down as you lift just the head and the shoulders. And then lower back down. Lift just head and shoulders again. And lower. This time lift everything up, head, shoulders, arms, and legs. Notice the difference in effort there. Maybe like one of those better than the other. And then lower everything down, bend the elbows, take the hands by the rib cage, press through tabletop to downward facing dog. You have 5 breaths. Maybe it's down dog, maybe it's child's pose. You guys are all going for down dog. Guess I haven't made you tired enough yet. And then take the right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, and come into warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms up to a T. And soften the neck and the shoulders. And then reverse it, take your right arm up and back. And then come back to warrior 2, straighten the right leg, start to reach forward as you hinge into triangle pose. Press into both feet, come back up to warrior 2. Take your hands down, frame your front foot, vinyasa or straight to down dog, your choice how you get there. And take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, warrior 2. And then reverse it, take the left arm up and back. And then back to warrior 2, straighten the left leg, start to hinge forward into triangle pose. And then pull back up into warrior 2. Hands frame the front foot your way to down dog. Take your time, move with your breath. Then take the right leg up and back. Bring that foot next to your right thumb. Spin your left heel down to the mat and come up to warrior 1. So arms up by the ears, torso spinning towards the front of the mat. then just take the hands behind you, interlace them for a clasp. You're welcome to stay right here, upright, or if you want, round into the left heel, lift the chest, lift the belly, and then start to hinge forward for humble warrior, taking the torso to the inside of the right thigh. And then just take your time here, draw the belly towards the spine as you lengthen the chest forward and lift the torso parallel to the mat. And then spin onto the ball of the left foot, your back foot. And then take your time, come into warrior 3, left leg up and back. If the clasp isn't for you, arms can just reach by the sides, or you can take hands to the heart. And then a little bend in your standing leg, come to crescent. Just reach the arms up by the ears. Pause and crescent for a breath. And then take your hands down and make your way to down dog vinyasa if you'd like. And then take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot next to the left thumb, spin the right heel down. Come up to warrior 1, arms by the ears. And then interlace the fingers behind the back, opposite thumb, pinky on top. Take an inhale, lift the chest, lift the belly. And on the exhale, come forward, humble warrior. And then lengthen the chest forward, lift the torso parallel to the mat. Come onto the ball of your right foot. And then just take your time as you come into your version of warrior 3. Again, you can unwind the arms. Nobody likes that arm variation, I get it. It's tricky. And then a little bend in your standing leg, come to crescent, reach your arms by your ear. Just pause there for a breath. And then take your hands down, your way to downward facing dog. And then drop your knees, come into child's pose. Just rest, take a break. And then just make your way up into tabletop. And then kick your right foot to the right, making that little kickstand with your right shin. Plant the right palm, extend the left leg straight behind you, and reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. You're welcome to keep the left foot down, or you can lift that left leg, bring it parallel to the mat. And then maybe you keep the left thigh bone where it is, Just bend the left knee, pull the left heel to the butt, and reach the left hand for the top of the foot. If you can find the foot, maybe you press the top of the left foot behind you to kind of open up the left shoulder. If you have the foot, slowly extend the leg, take the left arm towards the ceiling, lower the foot down to the mat, spin back to tabletop, and just wiggle your hips side to side. That to me is one of those sneakily tricky poses. It looks like it shouldn't be hard, but it is. A lot of core work actually involved in that. So let's go to the other side, kick the left foot to the left, extend the right leg straight back, and reach the right arm towards the ceiling. Maybe balancing for you is here today. Maybe you lift that leg parallel to the mat. Maybe you bend the knee, reach for the top of the foot. Gently press the top of the foot back, open up the right shoulder. And notice that you're kind of in camel pose on your right side. Moving into that in a moment. And then re-extend the leg, reach the arm up, lower the foot down, spin to tabletop, and wiggle your hips side to side. And then if you have blocks and you want them for camel pose, you can just grab them. I kind of like to have them on the tallest setting right next to my outer ankles, but some of you may prefer to go for heels or even keep the hands on the low back. So we'll take 3 variations of this. We'll just start the first one with the hands on the low back. I think it's nice to kind of ease into this. It's a pretty big back bend. So take the palms of the hands to the low back, spin the fingertips towards the mat, and then draw the shoulder blades towards each other. So we did this earlier when you were standing. Then you can stay there on your inhale, lift the chest. Imagine there's a big beach ball behind you. On the exhale, you're just gonna go up and over that, but for this one, just keep the hands on the low back. So it might be a smaller variation than what you're used to. Just notice if you have ease here or tension. Notice the quality of your breath. Good. And then slowly come back up. Come to sitting on the heels, palms of the hands can rest on the top of the thighs and close your eyes. This is one of those poses that I think sometimes less is more. So I want you to just be honest with yourself as we move through these next 2 versions. You're welcome to stay with that one, or if you try one of the other ones and you don't like it, you'll come back to the hands to low back. So come back up to kneeling. We'll start with the hands on the low back. This time, if you want, you're going to reach for the blocks, but I want you to do it with both hands at the same time. Try not to go one and the other, and see how much control you can do it. So I want you to do it really slowly. So hands to the low back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, imagine that beach ball. You're going up and over, so you're elongating the spine nice and slow, 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 and controlled as the hands come to the blocks. And then if you can find the blocks, maybe you can press into the fingertips for the collarbones and lift the center of the chest up towards the ceiling. That's it, good. Make sure you can still breathe if that's where you are. And then very slowly and controlled, come out of it. Come back to sitting on the heels, close your eyes and pause. And just think about those 2 variations and what they felt like as far as intensity for you today, not only physically, but in your breath. You started to feel your breath become pretty shallow in that second variation. You may stay there and maybe even go back to hands on the low back. The final option here would be to go for heels. I personally like to tuck my toes, so my heels are a little higher, but you can keep the tops of the feet flat if you want. So come back up to kneeling. Hands to the low back. You decide where you want to go. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, go back. Maybe hands stay on the low back. Maybe they go to blocks. Maybe at the same time they go for the heels. rotations. You have one more breath. As controlled as you can, come all the way back up. Come to sitting on the heels, closed eyes. Just take several breaths here, just in this neutral position with the spine. And then just come into a downward facing dog. This is going to be our last down dog. We're going to take a little twist here. So you don't have to take the twist if you don't want to. Come to your normal down dog stance. And then walk your feet to your hands, just one footprint. So it's a slightly shorter downward facing dog. Perfect. And then hands and feet are going to walk to the long edges of the mat. So you're in a short, wide down dog. You got it? Maybe you stay here, I think this feels nice. Or you can take your right hand, draw it under the body, and reach for the outside of the left calf. So right hand for left calf, looking under the left armpit. And then bring your right hand back to the mat. Reach your left hand under for the right calf. And then left hand to the mat. Drop your knees. You may have to adjust so you can come into child's pose. And then for this one, maybe you take the arms towards the legs if that feels good. And then if the arms are back towards the legs, just extend them forward. And then come back to seated. So once you're seated, soles of the feet together, knees wide. I thought I lost you because you all look frozen, but now you're with me again. Technology. Take an inhale, lift your chest. And on the exhale, just gently hinge forward here. And just come all the way back up, draw the knees together, scoot yourself forward if you need space to roll back. And then come all the way back to your back. Hug your knees towards your chest. You have a couple breaths here, so maybe you're still, or maybe you'd like to take a little bit of movement. And come to stillness if you're moving. Keep the right knee hugged in, extend the left leg onto the mat. You can stay with the right knee bent, or maybe take the hands behind the right thigh and straighten the right leg towards the ceiling. The right leg is straight, just rebend it, hug the knee towards the chest. Take the right arm to a T and drop that leg to the left twist. And then come back up to center, hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out. And then either staying there, taking hands behind the left thigh and straightening the left leg towards the ceiling. If the left leg is straight, just rebend it, take the left arm to a T and drop the leg to the right for a twist. And then come back up to center. Just hug both knees towards the chest. Maybe come into happy baby and take a little rock side to side. And if you're in happy baby, hug the knees towards the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then release and come into Shavasana. So as you settle in here today, I wanted to guide you through a little meditation practice. It's a little poem, and every word I will say, you will breathe with the word. So I'll guide you through the poem the first time with the inhales and exhales. And then I'm gonna repeat it one more time, and I won't give you the breath, but you'll have the idea. So on your inhale, repeat the word to yourself, in, and exhale, out. Inhale, deep. Exhale, slow. Inhale, calm. Exhale, ease. Inhale, smile. Exhale, release. Inhale, present moment. Exhale, wonderful moment. We'll repeat it again, in, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release. present moment, wonderful moment. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach your arms up by your ears. And roll off to one side, pause there. And use your top hand to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. I like that so much. I'm gonna do it one more time. So you can rest your hands, palms on the heart, or you can bring your hands to heart center, palms together, eyes closed. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release, present moment, wonderful moment. If you have your hands placed over your heart, just bring the palms together. Just become aware of this moment right now. I am grateful for each of you and your smiles. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.